The Prime Minister of India addressed the virtual COVID-19 summit being hosted in the United States. Let's listen in to what the Indian Prime Minister had to say.
Excellencies, the COVID-19 pandemic has been an unprecedented disruption, and it is not yet over. Much of the world is still to be vaccinated. That is why this initiative by President Biden is timely and welcome. Excellencies, India has always seen humanity as one family. India's pharmaceutical industry has produced cost-effective diagnostic kits, drugs, medical devices, and PPE kits. These are providing affordable options to many developing countries. And we have shared medicines and medical supplies with over 150 countries. 2 indigenously developed vaccines have received emergency use authorization in India, including the world's first DNA-based vaccine. Several Indian companies are also involved in licensed production of various vaccines. Earlier this year, we shared our vaccine production with 95 other countries and with UN peacekeepers. And like a family, the world also stood with India when we were going through a second wave. For the solidarity and support extended to India, I thank you all. Excellencies, India is now running the world's largest vaccination campaign. Recently, we vaccinated about 25 million people on a single day. Our grassroots level healthcare system had delivered over 800 million vaccine doses so far. Over 200 million Indians are now fully vaccinated. This has been enabled through the use of our innovative digital platform called CoWIN. In the spirit of sharing, India has made CoWIN and many other digital solutions available freely as open source software. Excellencies, as newer Indian vaccines get developed, we are also ramping up production capacity of existing vaccines. As our production increases, we will be able to resume vaccine supply to others too. For this, the supply chains of raw materials must be kept open. With our Quad partners, we are leveraging India's manufacturing strength to produce vaccines for the Indo-Pacific region. India and the South Africa have proposed a TRIPS waiver at the WTO for COVID vaccines, diagnostic and medicines. This will enable rapid scaling up of the fight against the pandemic. We also need to focus on addressing the pandemic economic effects. To that end, international travel should be made easier through mutual recognition of vaccine certificates. Excellencies, I once again endorse the objectives of this summit and President Biden's vision. India stands ready to work with the world to end the pandemic. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We were listening to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivering that address as a part of the COVID-19 virtual summit, which aims to bring together global leaders towards a common aim to end the COVID-19 crisis. Joining us on the broadcast are our correspondent Susan Tehrani, getting us the very latest from New York. Also with us is our correspondent Siddhant Sibal, joining us from Washington, D.C. Coming to you first, Siddhant, the Indian Prime Minister's overall vision when it comes to tackling the COVID-19 crisis, reiterating how India has been leading the vaccination efforts, running the world's largest vaccination drive. Also talking about the aims that have been put forth by the American president already, which aim to end the COVID-19 crisis by the year 2022.
Well, significant comments by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the COVID summit, the virtual COVID summit hosted by the US President Donald Trump. One significant aspect is mutual recognition of certificates, the COVID vaccine certificates. And this is important in the backdrop of the row which has started after the British authorities came up with new border regulations. Other than the fact, the Indian Prime Minister talking about the initiative, the steps India has been taking, providing vaccines to over 95 countries. We know that the Indian Vaccine Matri initiative saw India giving out vaccines, but that was suspended because of the deadly wave of the second wave of the COVID crisis. Now again, India has announced that it's going to export the vaccines, particularly its priority will be the neighboring countries. But the speech also significantly talked about how India and the world can work together in dealing with this crisis. One significant aspect was making sure that the raw material supply should be open. That was one of the key reasons which was making the headlines earlier this year after India was struck by that deadly wave, because the raw materials here from United States weren't able to reach India for the manufacture of vaccines because of regulations here. And later on, we saw the Americans relenting and it was allowed. Largely, this summit focuses on making sure that vaccines are something that everyone in the world can get. The US President, of course, talked about how America can be the arsenal of vaccines, like America has been arsenal for democracy. We know that the summit just comes few days, in fact, just one day before the Quad meeting takes place. The Quad meeting takes place on Friday, and this meeting has already taken place in terms of the virtual meeting that took place on 12th of March. And the key outcome of that meeting was the vaccine initiative, under which the American vaccines will be manufactured in India and, of course, logistically and financially supported by the Japanese and the Australian. By and large, a collaborative approach is the message from this virtual meeting which took place.
Right. Stay with me, Siddhant. Also getting our correspondent Susan Tehrani into the conversation. Susan, President Joe Biden has said the U.S. will be purchasing 500 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine to distribute among the low and middle income countries across the world. This, of course, takes the point of vaccine inequity into focus that has been talked about already by the United Nations Secretary General as well. The large gaps when it comes to vaccine distribution, for which the U.S. has also been slammed earlier on during the COVID-19 crisis for purchasing bulk COVID-19 vaccines.
That's right. There was definitely a lot of criticism geared towards the Biden administration in that regard, and that's something that somewhat President Biden himself addressed in a way, not in so many words, in the beginning of this COVID virtual summit. But he said that he's at a point right now, and the United States is at a point right now where it has the capacity to not only vaccinate its population, but also move past that and export American-made vaccines. He was very keen on really stressing on that to developing countries and the less developed world. as well. But absolutely, it was really a grim picture and an alarm that Antonio Guterres really put forth yesterday during his address to the United Nations General Assembly about, yes, the international community, and maybe perhaps he was pointing to the United States does have these vaccines, but at the end of the day, if they're not distributed properly throughout the world, then, you know, what is the use? And the vaccine needs to get there. And that's something that, again, President Biden mentioned at the beginning of the summit during his speech. Again, you know, some say that these are very lofty goals right now. Hope to end the pandemic by 2022, 500 million Pfizer vaccines in addition to what is said right now. The U.S. administration says that's going to bring the donations to 1.1 billion worldwide. But he also mentioned that it's not just going to be the export of vaccine. He hopes to get these jabs in the arms of people, shots in the arms, so to say, the Global Vaccine Alliance, quote unquote, as well, dedicating $370 million as well with the help of the private sector and the NGOs. But as you mentioned, yes, a lot of criticism towards this administration and its handling of the COVID pandemic here at home 8 months on. Remember, this was an administration that campaigned very COVID-centric, and it still has a long way to go domestically, but it is moving forward, at least internationally, and putting a face during the UN GA76 in combating it and moving forward pandemic-wise, as it has no other choice to.
Absolutely. We're leaving it there for the moment. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.